Let's eat with what God was feeding me with this morning. So, little play on words, but when Paul was on the road to Damascus and he went blind after having a divine encounter with Jesus Christ, he had to go to somebody that's going to take care of him that he was ready to persecute. Somebody that prior to that encounter with Christ, he likely hated. And it started getting me thinking, play on words, Damascus, demask us. So what I'm thinking about that God was feeding me with is God doesn't like to talk to our masks. He doesn't like to talk to who we had to become, who we adapted to, who we covered ourselves up trying to be after whatever position in our life caused us to feel unsafe, threatened, like who we were when we were created by God was no longer good enough. So we create these masks. In modern psychology, they refer to them as like attachment styles. And basically what they are is a fake protective layer that reassures us that either we're never going to need anybody again, or the way we behave will make it so nobody could ever leave us again, and that will be needed. And you might see a lot of this stuff play out in different relationships that you've had. Sorry, my hair's crazy right now. The wind is blowing like nuts. You might see a lot of this stuff play out with like different relationships you've been in, different friendships and stuff. You can actually look at the patterns. If you ask God to reveal them to you, ask the Holy Spirit to reveal them to you, you'll start to see what your attachment styles are based off of what you're attracted to and why you keep trying to go back to that same type of scenario, even if multiple times it's been shown to you that it's no good for you. So on the road to demask us, right, what happens? There's a pattern. I like to look at the Bible as another word for God's parenting patterns. So on the road to demask us, we will go blind, and we will go blind in a way that requires us to lean on people that we might have hated before. We might have felt like we were better than. We might have felt like we didn't need. We might have felt like we were superior to. God will take us to people like that when we're in our state of blindness, spiritual blindness, emotional blindness, mental blindness, maybe even physical blindness. God will take us to those people to nurture us, to help us grow and heal so that we can be ready go out there and fulfill his purpose in our lives. So if you're feeling like you're hitting a wall in your prayer life, if you're feeling like some of the things that you've been praying for have gone unanswered, it's not because God's ignoring you. It's not because, he doesn't like you or he has a beef with you. It's because God doesn't talk to your mask. God created you and he knows what he created you for. So he talks to the real version of you, and he's waiting for the real version of you to come out. And I've shared this in other videos. I'll share it again. But the real version of you that wants to come out, it's that quiet voice in the background all day long. The one that you try to drown out with music and distractions and vices. And, the one that's quietly crying inside of you because you refuse to give it the attention that it needs. It's the part of you that you're always talking down to, the part that you're always telling to shut up and be quiet, and your needs aren't real. That part of yourself, you know exactly what part I'm talking about because we all do it. That part of you is your soul, and that part of you is communicating with God all day long. The Holy Spirit will intercede even when we aren't asking him to. So if you want your prayers to get answered, take the mask off. Demask us, God. Father, take the masks off. Show us what we're hiding behind. And then chances are, when you strip those masks off and you're no longer hiding behind the part of you that thinks you have it all together, the part of you that thinks you're superior, the part of you that thinks you don't need other people, the part of you that lies to you to keep you feeling a false sense of safety and security, when you take that mask off, that's when your prayers will start to get answered from God, because that's when you'll actually be coming from an authentic place of your heart and soul. And when you're demasked, your face actually begins to see the light, and God's love and light can shine upon you and show you why he created you and why you were allowed to go through these different things. And then just be open-minded that there's a good chance to people that are going to feed you to help you through this part of your walk. Chances are they're going to be people that you hated or you thought you were superior to, that you had some sort of envy or part of yourself telling you that you didn't need them. All right, hope that fed somebody today. Y'all stay blessed.